Oh, good evening, beautiful spirits. It is December 30th, the day before New Year's Eve. And I'm getting started with the Manischewitz. Yeah, Blackberry. Kosher too. Check this out. We're going to watch this breakdown and analysis of the AK, Ak, and Barack interview with Anthony Joshua that they chose to release a couple of weeks later. But it was good to do that. So let's check this out. It'll be my first time watching it in full. I've watched bits and pieces, but my first time watching it in full with you guys. Drunken Style. Let's get cracking.
Maybe both. Under Armour.
You know what I'm saying?
Matter of fact,
so let's get motherfucking cracking. Okay?
AJ is in New York. I've been in New York before, but you never been here like with Ak and Barack. He was recently in Brooklyn. That's our hometown. We weren't invited to that game.
They called me and told me you was coming, because you know I run Brooklyn.
You have to get the pass.
The pass. Man, so how's New York treating you so far?
They look funny as fuck in this black and white.
Yeah,
black
last time I was here, it was only for a day or so with the Klitschko
thing.
Yeah, we was here actually for the Klitschko thing, but now we was in Portland before.
Right. So you're skiing or walking on the snow or something?
With some like Navy SEAL experts about what they go through is quite similar mentally, not physically, but the mental state. Right. So I'm learning a lot from those guys. Finished early, so we came to New York early, and I've had a good time.
Check it out. When we was in London, we got you a hat, right?
Yes, sir.
But this time, you know what we got? We got the lineal title. I don't know what the hell that is, but yeah, here's the lineal title.
You know what?
Like, what
that sparked a few debates.
Right.
That sparked a few debates, and they're saying that lineal title was way before all the WBC. I don't really know too much about the lineal title, and that's where I was coming from. Is that what I knew about was the 5 titles that we're trying to secure now, but the lineal
tangible, something you can see.
That's what I'm saying.
Feel.
Yeah.
Now listen.
Exactly. Something you can see, something you can feel. And if you saw my video already weeks back, where I debunked the whole idea, concept of the lineal title. Watch that video. I debunked that shit, okay? Because it really doesn't make sense at all. Styles make fights. Period. Styles make fights. So, you can't say I'm the man that beat the man. Or, even if you say I'm the man that beat the man, doesn't mean you could beat everybody that man beat. Don't make any motherfucking sense at all to me. Throw that shit out the goddamn window. It's over. We're in a new era. Madness era. Let's keep it real.
If somebody's a lineal champion, right? If he dies, guess what?
You can't pass it on.
You can't pass it on.
So Lennox was the last lineal champion.
Right.
He retired.
Right. Nobody beat him.
So it should be done. It should not exist anymore.
That's the saying, you have to beat the man. So that's where I was coming from.
Right. And you were just trying to make it clear that you're willing to fight Deontay. That was basically the, you know, essentially what you were trying to get across to America. And I think you made it all fury. What did you think of the fight?
Good. It's good for boxing. It's good for boxing.
Who won? Who won?
It was close, but I think, as much as I think Fury win, I think that you have to come to the next man's backyard and knock him out.
It makes sense. You know, even though fights are scored by rounds, but I understand your point too. You know, that's how boxing is.
Yeah, so with that fight, it's scored on rounds, but I do believe that there are hometown decisions and so on and so forth. So I think if you go to the next man's backyard, you have to be willing to go that extra mile. A little extra mile.
Right. Do you feel like
Facts. That's always what it has been when I was growing up watching boxing. You know what I'm saying? You have to really, really beat the motherfucking heavyweight champion, especially undisputed, to take his belts. So he's consistent with that. Okay, let's keep it moving.
A lot of people say, you know, AJ can be a big star in America if he does press. if he goes on shows.
Yeah.
Is that one of the reasons why you went on?
Yeah, so what I realized, right, I want to fight here, and I'd love to, even being here now, I said, you know, I want some of this. I want some, I want to bite at that apple.
Right.
But then I realized is that I don't want to come here like cold. I want to come in warmed up, appreciate the American culture, meet the people, meet the press, speak with you guys. So when I come here, we can hopefully fill out an arena like this and start building on something, on a foundation that's already been built. It's about coming here now.
So you could come here and make references, particular references in the media and everything that can galvanize the American people behind him. You know what I mean? So you make particular references to this neighborhood, particular references to a particular star, that neighborhood, this city, that city, this and that. So the American people are like, oh, okay. And particularly to all folks, okay? When you start making references and shout outs, American people just eat you up, okay? Oh yeah, he yelled my shit out. Oh shit, yeah, he a cool motherfucker. You know what I mean? And that's how con artists get us. Referencing some shit, our neighborhood, our whatever, on this and that, on some bullshit, you know what I mean? And we just take them in like, you know what I mean, they're good people. Not saying AJ is doing that, but that is what's done. That's how con artists move, okay? And I'm not calling AJ a con artist at all, but that's just the knowledge that you need to understand.
Being involved in the fights, not from inside the ring, outside the ring.
Right.
And just like mixing with the culture, appreciating American culture.
Absolutely.
Yeah, man.
You ever think about doing some acting, maybe?
Yeah.
Yeah?
One life, why not?
Yeah.
Right.
I live once, bring me every opportunity possible.
Right.
It's all fun. And I think like, I'm trying to come out of my shell a bit. Normally I would be like, nah, that's not really me.
Yeah.
But then, Will Smith's a great example of everything he went and done and achieved.
No.
Always open to the opportunities.
What about, was it Idris Elba's post?
Idris Elba.
That post, he said, forget about people saying stay in your lane.
Yeah.
Try something new.
Yeah,
you remember that?
Correct.
Because that inspired me.
That's what I'm saying. Don't stay in your lane. Never stay in your lane.
What do you want to accomplish in 2019? Like as far as like, we know you got the date. You know,
The fights.
Right.
Just as I said, secure the fight with one of the big fighters. And if not, secure someone else that's number 3, 4, or 5.
Like who would be ideally, if it's not Fury, it's not Wilder, who's your next ideal opponent?
Immediate next.
Ortiz, Miller, or White.
Wow.
My top 4 selections.
I don't think anyone's ever heard you mention Ortiz's name before. Hopefully.
Yeah, you know what, you're right, because you know what it is for me, I always felt like these guys, they want to fight, but I've always felt like I've got a lot more to
Ortiz
the
been
table,
talking
so
a lot of shit. They need to get his old ass knocked the fuck
They
out.
want a lot in terms of what their reward is to fight me. It's like well above their station. So I never even mention these guys' names because I already know what they're expecting when they fight
Knock
me.
Ortiz's
and I know
ass
it's
out.
something that I'm not willing to give. So.
Right. So they're looking at you like, you know,
He's called you chicken.
If I'm going to fight AJ,
He's called
I
you
need
everything.
a ton of money to do so.
Yeah.
I mean, but I guess they all have to look at you that way. Essentially,
You know what I've always said it like is that they should look at me as a situation where, look, I'm a fighter, and especially at the...
Let's rewind that. Good point came up.
You know, let's say they want a lot in terms of what their reward is to fight me. It's like well above their station. So I never even mention these guys' names because I already know what they're expecting when they fight me, and I know it's something that I'm not willing to give. So.
Right. So they're looking at you like, you know, the jackpot. If I'm going to fight AJ, I need to make a ton of money to do so.
Yeah.
I mean, but I guess they all have to look at you that way. Essentially,
You know what I've always said it like is that they should look at me as a situation where, look, I'm a fighter, and especially at the heavyweight levels, anything can happen. If they beat me and land a good shot and they manage to knock me out, they hold the keys to the city.
Right.
So don't just look at me as like, oh, let me just fight him and get what I want and then run off. No.
Let me take a real crack at it.
Let me take a real crack. This is my shot. Let me earn it, and then after I beat him, then I can go and now dictate what I want. People look.
Excuse me. Anthony Joshua is a motherfucking businessman. That dude is a fucking businessman. He looking at boxing, the sport, totally as a business. Purely. So now, like he said, like the interview back when he was going off, he said, I feel like whipping up on these heavyweights. I mean my business. He said, he's talking in the sense of terms, it's like these guys want what I'm not willing to give. So, this is separate, aside from what really Eddie Hearn dictates. Joshua is his own business. You feel me? He's in control. And that's dope. That's dope. And what he says next, I heard this part before. What he said next is real. If you beat me, then you have the keys. You know what I'm saying? Then you should conduct your business as such. And I fuck with him really hard on that. You know what I mean? Because, like, don't try to just come up on me, just one fight, as your retirement plan and get the fuck out of here after I knock your ass out. You know what I mean? I put in my hard work. You know what I'm saying? You put in yours. It does. Excuse me. Yeah, damn. Drunken Style. It does show a little bit of that motherfucker's tight as a bitch, though. Joshua is tight as a motherfucker. He said something very, very, very interesting in the IFL interview. He said, and I'm going to reiterate, he said, you never get what you're worth, you get what you negotiate. You never get what you're worth, you get what you negotiate. And he's motherfucking right, for the most part. He's motherfucking right.
Me, like, let me get what I can out of this guy now. I'm not thinking of the, because I used to take the low ball.
Right.
I took a lot of the times when I was fighting, I took the short end of the straw, but I always saw the long-term plan.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So when do you think you're going to start fighting outside of your country?
Soon, hopefully next year. That would be a goal, to come and fight here. But I want to kind of connect with the American people first more.
Right.
America's a big
So you got to come out here, we'll bring you on a tour.
Yes,
I want to be
look at what I injured.
I want to go to Brooklyn.
Yeah. We want to take you to the hood in Brooklyn.
No. Yes, I want to visit the schools, go to the projects, and connect with people from grassroots. Even I want to see Kaepernick as well. That'd be good.
Okay. Yeah. I mean, so that's important to you, like giving back, whether it's financially or being an inspiration to a lot of kids. Is that like on your agenda?
Yeah.
As a man.
Yeah, definitely.
How important is the zero to you, right? Like, because Floyd created this narrative, right? When I was a kid, Barack.
Before we go forward, something he said that was dope when he was up in the Sky booth with AJ and Barack, right? It probably happened right after this moment. And Ness from, of course, Boston Talk came up to him and asked him, asked him a few questions. He said, talking about sports and athletes. And he said that in my household, we didn't follow sports. And I thought that was dope. I thought that was very, very fucking dope. Because if I still have the video in my playlist, there's a video I made where it's talking about breaking down all the percentages and everything of all the athletes, soccer, football, baseball, basketball, or the actual chance of your child becoming a professional athlete. And he, in that interview, he said, we didn't follow sports. We stressed education. And I was like, when he said that, that's when I was like, that's why I follow Anthony Joshua. So to all you fake ass punk motherfucking fans of whoever you are, of any other heavyweight you are, that's why I like Anthony Joshua. He says the right things out of his mouth. Because black households need to, Irish households, any poor household need to stress education above athletics. We need math elites more than athletes. Let's keep it rolling.
We had tons of conversations about this. A lot of those champions like Leonard, Hearns, Hagler, they took L's. Ali Robinson, he took so many L's. But those guys just still remained on top because they fought each other. It wasn't an issue. Then comes Floyd and puts so much value on the undefeated record, and it tightens the game because guys don't want to take risks in big fights. What's your take on that whole thing?
So I always said I want to build myself something bigger than boxing or bigger than the titles. So it doesn't matter if I took a loss, even my rematch or my comeback fight would be bigger than the fight I had before.
That's usually how it is.
Yeah, so I always wanted to build myself in that sense. And it is important to stay undefeated because that's showing how good you are.
Right.
But if you do get beat, it's just showing that you are fighting the best in the division.
Right.
And especially now, the guys are bigger, stronger, and faster. So for me, it is important to win because that's like the competitive edge. But I understand that in reality, losing does happen. This is sports. So I just got to say basically that I can ride the wave. And if one loss defines my whole career, then I don't want them type of people supporting me.
No, I got you.
You know what I mean? One loss, if I do lose, shouldn't define everything I've done in boxing.
So that list that you gave us with all of those names, which one you think would be your toughest fight? Just off eye test.
None.
Right.
I don't think, anyone I fight is not going to have an easy night.
Right, with you.
Yeah.
What would be if you had like a box?
That bad motherfucker said none of them. None, motherfucker. Let's hear that again.
New Year's resolution, what would it be? What do you want to change in boxing for 2019? If there was one thing that you can change.
One thing I can change. One thing I can change. Probably the respect fighters have for each other. Because I always feel like, my job is to pull this fighter's reputation down to try and enhance mine. But we should lift up the sport in general. So the people outside look at boxing as a sport that is
gentleman's sport.
And then it puts more bums on seats, which earns you more money. But if someone just listens to what boxers say, they wouldn't be interested in watching because they think, he's an idiot, he's disrespectful, I don't want my son listening, no grandma or granddad's gonna listen. So you capture that market around 20 to 30. Yeah, you capture that market, but you need to be capturing the market from around 10 to 70, where it connects with all people. So I say, rather than disrespecting, respect each other, but have your confidence. So be confident, not cocky.
Well said, like a motherfucking businessman. Well said, like a motherfucking businessman. Damn, he said. I want your ass to get undisputed. Get undisputed. People, this motherfucker needs to be undisputed. Why? He's fucking smart. He is actually fucking smart. If you increase the demographics that boxing becomes attracted to. You know what I mean? Increase the demographics that boxing industry and period reaches, then you will get more of the fucking money. Everybody would be happy. But when you do all this dumbass shit, speak all this dumbass dumb shit, act like you're a thug, act like you too much of the bling bling stupid. Soon as you can wear your bling bling, but soon as people see your bling bling, they think you're a fucking coon. Really. They think you're a fucking coon. Like, this motherfucker got all this jewelry on. Okay. So, he pretty much, mind you, this is how many people think. He pretty much is, that's his self-worth, which is around his neck. There's no self-worth in here. You get what I'm saying? He feels the jewelry and all that make him. Music industry, popular pop culture, hip-hop industry has convinced him and the rest of the generations after him that you need to wear that to be appealing to the American public. In other places too, world over. South America, all the poor publics. Let me put it like that. And we fall too much for that dumb shit. We've fallen for the dumb shit. Okay? And we need to snap out of it, people.
Something play with every fighter. 8 rapid questions. We're gonna give you 2 options. You gotta shoot right away. Dubai or New York?
Rapid question.
Mike Tyson, Ali.
Slim model type or BBW?
Maybe both.
BBW,
Hugo Boss. Matter of fact, no, I'm not gonna mess the money up. I'm gonna get rid of that one. I was teasing you with that. That wasn't a real one. Reggae, hip hop.
Reggae.
Michael Jordan or LeBron?
What the Guan?
LeBron.
What the Guan, brethren?
Tracksuit.
Pounded yam or banana?
Jamaican bloodline here.
All day.
There you have it.
What the
Stand
Guan?
there.
What is the worst advice you've ever gotten
The
in
worst?
this game? No matter who it's from.
I just think like something simple is like, don't worry, son. You just focus on the boxing and leave everything else to us.
Eddie Hearn said that?
No.
I remember that.
But you know what I'm saying?
I'm pretty sure you've heard that.
I think it's
before.
important for a manager or a promoter to educate his student.
It's good if you
to let him know like this is what you're gonna do, this is how you're gonna get on. The better the student does, the better the promoter or manager looks. So I think it's important. And I always think like with Mike Tyson, you know, the people that were around him,
Absolutely right.
if they would have not tried to steal,
They loved him, if they cared about him.
yeah, then everyone would have still been eating till this day.
Right. To this day. Wow. I can see that you do care about things because you're talking about fighters out.
Okay, that was that was a snag at Wilder. And it was a good snag. But he should have picked probably something else to jab at Wilder about. Because many people are still very, very sensitive about the transatlantic slave route here in this country. Very, very sensitive. Why? No matter how much you want to play it down, 180 years ago ain't that long ago. You know what I'm saying? 180 years ain't that long ago. Do you understand what I'm saying? So that's still a sensitive subject. And he's poking out Wilder. That's dope. You should have picked something else though, because some people would try to take that as like, oh, he's insensitive to what Wilder was talking about as far as the slave trade. That's a sensitive button to leave alone. So he might catch some backlash somehow from that. And channels might try to say, oh, see, he making fun of this and that and don't take it seriously. So he may should have left that alone. That might come back and haunt him.
Themselves. Right.
Yeah,
You're
yeah.
concerned about the money, how much they make as well.
I think like that's why I'd fight Dylan, because I'd rather break bread with him. That's my countryman. We've had issues since the amateur, so if anyone's gonna eat, it should be him. But it's just
Thoughtful of you.
Wow. See, he said anybody should break bread, it should be Dylan. Dylan keep fucking with this dude, but right then and there, Anthony Joshua actually showed an underlayer of respect for Dylan White. Right there. He did. And he showed that, you know, he willing to keep it home with his brother, his brethren, his home countrymen and all of that. That's dope. Dylan White probably need a, you know, he's probably doing, Dylan White then maybe probably just doing what he do just to build it up. That's what's smart. So I plan to see that rematch real soon. That rematch is coming soon. But I want him to knock Ortiz the fuck out. Knock his ass the fuck out.
Yeah, I understand where I was. I understand everyone's gonna eat, but I just think they should be realistic as well.
What's the best advice that you ever got? Business, life, anything.
Never be afraid to ask for help. You know, as a man, we have ego sometimes, and you know, I got this. Don't worry, I got this. But I feel, you know, a lot of my successes come from people opening doors for me because I asked for help.
There you have it. MSG with Anthony Joshua.
Man, and you know what? No bullshit. No bullshit. He hit me with that motherfucker right there. Because that's been a problem of mine for all my life. Ego. And not feeling, I'm exposing myself a little bit to y'all right now. Feeling like, you know, less than because I asked for help. And the reality in this world today, nobody got where they are without help. That's the reality of the world today. So, that's real. I fuck with Anthony Joshua. Fuck what any of you motherfuckers say. I fuck with him. This bottle's almost dead. I fuck with him. And that's the conclusion of that, y'all. That's the conclusion of that. I fuck with homeboy. I think he needs to be and will be undisputed heavyweight champion of the world. Soon. Okay? Once the pussy ass Ducking Wilder, pardon me, come out of hiding. One love.